This week's Shower Thoughts, read by yours truly. Let's get started, shall we? If one day we cure aging and all disease, we will all die horrible deaths. Having your body stretched on the rack torture device probably makes your back feel great at one point. If the media reported on the flow like they did COVID-19, we would constantly be in a frenzy. If you are having a bad day at work, just remember that someone once accidentally burnt down Notre Dame. You'll be the VIP attending your funeral. When incognito mode generation grows up, nobody will understand delete your history jokes. An average 18-year-old is 18.5 years old. We used to wash fruits and vegetables to remove any crap left by animals or insects. Now we wash them to remove all the crap left on them by humans. Even Mozart and Beethoven tune you've ever heard is a cover version. With all the birds in the world, it seems kind of strange that we don't come across more dead ones. If fish screamed, fishing wouldn't be so popular. The language babies in our thoughts are before they learn how to speak is the actual human language. Your dinosaur game high score probably reflects how bad your internet connection is. It's a blessing that your inner organs never itch. With app-based dating, many relationships have started while someone was sitting on the toilet. Obligatory, actually a toilet thought, not a shower thought. Good artists think they suck and bad artists think they're good. The increasing number of warning labels on products is directly proportional to the increasing number of idiots on our planet. If you throw a rock into the ocean, you're the last person to ever touch that rock. That rock will sit at the bottom of the ocean until the sun turns into a red giant and engulfs the earth. Each emotion, if strong enough, leads to tears. Our skin is the only organ we get to personalize, and the only organ we can compliment without sounding creepy. You never stop clapping, you just make the interval between two claps extremely long. There have been movies with zombies that run and others with those that walk, but never one in which they can move exactly like a normal human at first death, and then begin to limp over time with muscle decay and injuries. Barbers are actually cutting down their own source of income. Your mum is a bodybuilder. Pretty soon there won't be anybody left on Earth who has walked on the moon. We need a mandatory news show that debunks all the lies of the day more than we need actual news. We never really scratch our balls, it's more of a pinch the skin and twist technique that no one ever teaches us. We all just figure it out on our own and no one ever talks about it. After tea was discovered, a lot of people probably died trying to make similar drinks from leaves that turned out to be toxic. If we had to dump our own household trash in our backyard for 1 week, we would seriously reconsider our own impact of environmental waste. There must be a lot of Tinder dates where both person were catfishes but ended up thinking that they were stood up because neither of them could find the person they were looking for. During Prohibition, bartenders probably wouldn't care about underage drinking, since everyone at the bar was already drinking illegally. A scented candle store burning down would smell amazing. If everybody stopped paying taxes there wouldn't be a prison for them to go to, since prisons are funded by taxes. An ass is both extremely sexy and extremely disgusting part of the body. The four elements, earth, water, air, and fire, coincide with the four states of matter, solids, liquids, gases, and plasmas. So many people will die having never touched a pigeon. Whoever put two L's in parallel was a genius. Calling a kid sounds fine, but calling an adult sounds weird. It's strange how Peach's Castle and Super Mario 64 had a flooded basement despite Princess Peach being close friends with two plumbers. The fictional language spoken in The Sims is probably how English sounds to non-English speakers. Cannibals would consider a vegan person grass-fed. The greatest heist in history is one we don't know happened. Humans are the plastic of the animal kingdom, incredibly versatile and good in a lot of situations, but generally lacking specialization and slowly killing the planet. We associate daytime with the light from a single star, but nighttime with the light from millions of stars. Vampires always have great hair, even though they can't see themselves in a mirror. Most laws were created because someone decided to be an asshole one day. The Lorax is a story about saving trees, that's written on trees. At some point, two pedophiles have probably met up after conversing on the internet, both pretending to be 12-year-olds. At some point, someone decided that yelling woo is a pretty good way to verbalize enthusiasm and everybody just went with it. We live in a time where just by happenstance you can download a chess app on your phone, set two grandmaster level computers against themselves, and watch top level gameplay being generated live just for you. Technically there is no real present. Everything that is happening around you already happened, but your brain just took time to process it, so it's already happened in the past. If you have to wear a wristband that says it, you're not a VIP. Every time you swallow ocean water you have a very small chance of swallowing Boston tea. You either exercise because you hate your body or because you love your body. -2 degrees looks like a person doing a push-up. Deaf people with missing fingers technically have speech impediments. Indian phone scammers have completely ruined cold calling for anyone with an Indian accent. As much as we use our phones these days, we never see or use them in dreams. Taking a dog from its owner is a crime, but taking a dog from its parents is normal and accepted. With all the accidental scientific discoveries out there, it makes you wonder how many more failed experiments are actually breakthroughs in something related, but the dots just haven't been connected. For example, Viagra was discovered when attempting to develop heart medication, or superglue was created when trying to make a new plastic for gun sights. People moan about being caught in traffic, but if you're in the traffic you are the traffic. A large majority of all the conversations you will have in your life will be between you and yourself. People often point out how rice milk doesn't taste like rice and how almond milk doesn't taste like almonds. But cow's milk doesn't taste like cow and goat's milk doesn't taste like goat. Yay, Control-C Control-V is cool, but Control-Z is not getting enough credit for how many lives it saved over the years. A pregnant amputee can grow limbs but not for themselves. Mosquitoes are low-budget vampires. I'd never buy a used mattress, but sleeping in a hotel is fine. Braille is the one language that can be tougher to read in very large print. The analogy "it's so easy a caveman could do it" is actually incorrect. Cavemen could kill animals up to 4 times their size and created fire without a lighter, so it really couldn't be that easy. If farts were cold, they would sink and no one would smell them. We thought our parents were embarrassing, but when the TikTok generation has kids, those kids will face forms of embarrassment unknown to us.